YouTube, what's happening? I'm coming through with another video. This is a video request from a subscriber, and they basically want to know what I did to get to where I am now after all the hardships, after all the narcissistic abuse, and all that I've been through in my life. So basically, how I overcame narcissistic abuse and came out on top of that, and what I did in between. So for those of you guys that have been subscribed for quite some time now, you guys definitely seen a video of me doing this before, but I'll touch up on this again. So dealing with this shit is not easy. You just get stronger. That's an easy way to say it. 'Cause shit still weighs on you. You'll never forget about the experiences. And I think it's a good thing that you don't forget about the experiences, because you don't want to live in this fake fantasy world where you think it's all sunshine and rainbows and nothing bad can happen. Because once you adapt that mindset of thinking something bad can happen, is exactly when something bad will happen. Always remember that. And when I look back at my life and see the beginning of when things started to happen, it definitely froze me stiff. I felt frozen, like in a glass iceberg or something like this. I just felt completely frozen when I got faced for the first time by narcissistic abuse. And my whole world just like shut off. It felt like it felt like I died. That's what it felt like, but I was still alive. Everything changed at that moment. I couldn't get out of my own head every single day just for a long time. And I was going to high school at this time, so I just went around like everything was alright, but on the inside I was just killing. Can't talk to nobody about this, because if you do, they're just going to tell you, oh, it's just a girl, man, just get over it. But nah, this is a lot different, because I've been in breakups before. I've talked to several dozens of girls before, and it was nothing like this. It was something totally different. And this is the start of where it happened. And I was stupid enough to let it happen again and again and again, but what I realized when it started happening again is it was hurting less and less each and every time. Because I started to see it coming time and time again, and this person actually exposed themselves from doing this to me so many times, and I caught on to what they were doing, and then it no longer hurt. And I think that actually saved my life in the long run. It saved me from a lot of different situations that happened in my life after this, because the last situation I went with this person, and up till right now, I probably been through about, I'd say anywhere between like 5 and 8 more experiences after this. So like, you don't learn like this the first time, you're gonna get nailed each and every other time, right? If you never learn from your mistakes, if you never learn from the shit that happens to you, it's gonna hurt a lot worse. And in this case, it just, none of it really fazed me after this. And I got stronger over time. What I did to heal myself and what I did to get back to where I was like a military-based lifestyle. It was like I was running my own military-based lifestyle. No outsiders, no nothing. No friends, no girlfriends, nobody to talk to, nothing. Just what I want to do every single day. And what I did was I started eating the healthiest foods you can possibly think of, got strict with my eating, learned a lot about nutrition, got my body right, got my mind right, hit the gym harder than I've ever hit it, because even before this, I was playing sports like my whole life at a high level. So, and even in high school, I was playing all sports in high school. I was always in shape. I was always ripped my whole life, but I just took this stuff to a different level. Hit the gym on a different level. Got my diet on a different level. Got my mind, body, soul right. Got in alignment. I started getting into YouTube a lot at the age of like 19. I stopped fooling around like in between the age of 18 and 19. Because before that, I barely watched YouTube or anything. I barely watched movies. I barely did any of that. I was always on the go doing something. Whether it's playing a sport, whether it's out with the boys, going to a party on the weekend, just hanging at a dude's house, playing ping pong, doing whatever, doing something fun, always on the go, always on the run. And then after this shit happened, I settled down like fast. It really put me in my place, and I isolated myself. And I feel like it happened for me and not to me, because I got serious about my life. I got myself in the right path. I got myself to where I should have been without all these other distractions that was going on in my life. Because I could have took a worse path. I could have took an undisciplined path in life and really never reached my potential. But this lit a fire under me. This woke me up. This put a chip on my shoulder is what it did. Nobody can defeat me. I just have a warrior spirit, a warrior mentality. This takes some serious strength. I make it sound easy. It was not easy. It never is. I make hard things look easy. I've been doing this my whole life. But this is what I did. I can do anything I put my mind to. I believe in myself. And I did it. I got myself to where I needed to be. Very lonely road. But I can handle it. I can handle loneliness and be just fine. I'm not sitting around all lonely and my mind's somewhere else thinking I should be with this person or that person, or I should be doing this or I should be doing that. I'm not thinking these things, guys. I'm busy. Even if the thought pops up into my head, I'm still busy doing something. I'm always productive. I'm never sitting around complacent, sad. Never. I'm always on the go. This is the key. You can't sit still and think about what you don't have. You can't sit still and think about, I deserve this person or that person in my life. I should be doing these things right now. You can't think this way. You just have to get busy. That's all you have to do. And this shit definitely ain't for the weak. You have to be tough. You have no choice but to be tough in this life. That's why I developed a hard-nosed, grinding, military lifestyle. It's literally how I live to this day. And I keep upping it and upping it and upping it all the time. I only get more intense as life goes on, because I learn more. I get better. I get stronger. Even other things will happen now and then, unnecessary things that come into my life, and I bulldoze through it, and I don't let anything really affect me. Even though things can affect you, like, slightly, I'd be lying if I didn't say that, but like, I don't let it consume me in any way. I get past it, and fast, by working my ass off and knowing who I am. I'm supremely confident in myself. There's nothing that's going to take me down. There's nothing that's going to take me out. I'm a fighter at heart. It would take death to stop me, and I'm going to keep pushing it forward. You guys have to do the exact same thing. You guys have to have that chip on your shoulder in a healthy way, because the chip on my shoulder is in a healthy way. I'm still very respectful to other people everywhere I go. I still lift other people up everywhere I go. I'm not a toxic, chip on my shoulder, self-centered person. I'm helping people every single day outside of YouTube. Every single day. So, that's basically how I did it, guys. No magic tricks, no magic potions. Just doing all the right things to make sure that I get to where I know I should be. And you have to see everything that ever happens in your life, that it happened for a reason. You have to see it that way. These things could be testing you guys. That the worst of the worst could have happened to you yesterday. The worst of the worst could have already happened to you. The worst of the worst could come to you in the near future. You don't know that yet. And I think it all happens for a reason. We have to use it as leverage to push ourselves even harder and past all these obstacles that come our way. Because there are some dirty ass people out there in this world, and God knows what they went through before they did something to us. So it's like, don't let somebody come into your life, affect you, and then you bounce back and do something to somebody else. Because it's like a karmic effect. It just continues to happen and happen and happen. You can't be that person. I was never this person. People that did me wrong, I didn't turn right back around and do somebody else wrong, or steal from somebody, or do something to somebody, or like abuse somebody, fight somebody. I never did these things. Ever. I never got revenge like this. The revenge I got on anybody was to focus on myself and to do better and to get healthier in mind, body, and soul. So these are all the things that I do, guys. I don't even hate these people for what they did to me. I don't. I strongly dislike narcissistic people and the shit that they do, but I'm not sitting around in hatred thinking about them. Never. I just take the experiences and I expose them because I should, because they deserve to be exposed. And I can seem like angry in certain videos. I'm letting that come out because I'm using passion to create content for you guys. Because it deserves to be explained in this way, because it's really how it is in this moment. But I'm never an angry or bitter person. Never. And there even can be a day where I might be a little bit more upset than other days, but I'm always level-headed. I can always calm myself down like this. Even when I do a video and you guys think I'm over the edge, angry or cross or pissed at the world, as soon as the video's over, I calm myself down and I'm back to my normal state. Right? I'm just using passion in some of these videos, guys. That's all it is. And before I close this video, I just want to think right quick if there's anything else I gotta say about what I did. But whenever I started getting into YouTube when I was like 19, I started like becoming very inspired of successful people, of people that was at rock bottom and made it to the top. People who did things when people said they couldn't do things. All these types of people inspired me. I watched motivational videos. I watched a lot of UFC fighters, cage fighters, MMA fighters inspire me because they're true fighters. They fight through adversity every single day. They fight in this cage for a living. They're very tough people. They're some of the toughest people mentally and physically on this planet. And it's inspiring to hear their interviews, like before fights, after fights. It really hits home. They're really down-to-earth people. They live in a survival type of mindset, and it's very inspiring. And it gives you strength to hear these people, and it lifts you up. And I remember the number one thing that inspired me the most in my life, and I'll give you guys this right now, was Conor McGregor. When I was 19 years old and I discovered this dude, and I bet a lot of you guys know who he is because he's very famous, and he was on his rise to the top. He just burst into the UFC, and I seen this guy for the first time, and I I seen him fight, and I was like, there's no way any of these guys are going to be able to beat him in his division. There's no way. This guy's on a different level. And I knew this because I seen him for what he really was. And a lot of people were doubting this guy, questioning him, questioning his talent, saying when he gets up there to the higher level guys, they're gonna beat him. They're gonna put a beating on this guy. I was thinking, no way. This guy is that good. He's for real. And I take the most inspiration in my life from Conor McGregor, hands down. He is the man. He did it. He came from nothing. His entire hometown hated on him. And he made it to the very top of the world. So, that's why I take a lot of inspiration from this guy. Set aside the troubles he got in after he got famous and things started happening. Things escalate when you get that famous, when you get that much money. People are always at you. You start drinking, you start partying, celebrating, and things get out of hand. He did a lot of things that isn't right, but I still take a lot of inspiration from that guy, especially on his rise. And I still look up to him to this day. Set aside all the bullshit that he did. But, yeah, this is all the stuff, guys. I surrounded my mind with these types of people and blocked everything else out. Because any single person I had in my life, any person that I had in my life, I feel was gone after some shit happened to me because nobody could help me. I needed support for the first time in my life, pretty much. I really needed support. I needed help, and I got my own help. I didn't go anywhere looking for it. I found my own help for free, and I got it. I used what I could, and I did what I could to help myself, and it was enough. So, that's exactly what I did. And I got stronger over time. 19 turned to 20, increasing, turned to 21, increasing, little stumbles, little setbacks, little hurdles in between, dealing with some different females in between. Things happen, you know. Things set me back, get hurt a little bit, just minor, keep going, keep pushing, get let down a little bit, keep going, keep pushing. Something else happens. I feel like all these things that happened in between the age of like 19 to 25, which I am now, I feel like I caught a fire, I caught a flame every single time. One of these things happened and I just kept going, I let that motivate me. I didn't let it set me down. I didn't lose confidence over any of the situations that happened. I always felt like I was a bigger man and I pushed forward and I'm going to become great, let alone what these people are doing to me. Like, I didn't let that do shit. I didn't let it faze me. I kept going. So, and also, in between the age of 19 and 25, I got wiser, a lot wiser, every single year, by a landslide. And I feel like I was always naturally a wise guy, but even wiser. And that's how I got to the level that I'm at right now. Because I took my life very, very serious and dedicated more time than you guys will ever know into my craft and into everything I do today. And I got smarter with cutting certain individuals off too. 19, 20, 21. Start to cut more and more and more people off to the point where I'm narrowing it down to almost nobody. Just a small little circle. And even then the small circle changes like a little bit, just a little bit every now and then. Because things happen. People change. People make decisions. You gotta let some people go sometimes. It's just the way life goes. Not everybody is meant to stay in your life forever. That's what life is. And you gotta be with people who are good for you in the moment of where you are in your life right now. And you have to be okay with letting people go, no matter if it's your best friend, a family member, it could be anything. So keep that in mind. I'm gonna cut this video short. I'm going to turn right back around in some moments and do another video, so I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Until next time, I'm out.